A pure bloodstream is the greatest defense against disease, both of body and mind. The old tag, a healthy mind in a healthy body, has a great deal of truth in it. We believe that it is the business of those who direct the school to set the standards which they believe the students should be aiming at. They should provide a method of grading for each aspect which will enable the student to know what progress the school authorities think he is making. This grading should be accompanied by explanations which help the student to understand his assessment and plan his future progress. So we have our different grading systems designed to help the development of the 4 aspects of man's nature. First, we set standards for the students to aim at. Then, by grading, we let them know how they are doing. The object of grading is not to stimulate competition with others, but to let the student know what progress he is making. Hence, we have a grading system for studies, academic and artistic and practical, another for sports games and the adventure training programs or expeditions, and a third for the whole man. This last is the key one and combines all the others in its assessment. It charts the course of development of the boy or girl as regards his character, sense of responsibility, maturity, and development in standards of conduct and morality which we lay down and which are derived from the teachings of Jesus Christ and other great teachers. The assessment has come to be known here as the rank system and is absolutely basic to the idea of education at Aiglon. The term is unfortunate and misleading with its military overtones, and perhaps someone can think of a more felicitous way of describing it. It may be objected that an assessment of this kind must necessarily be subjective and therefore unfair. Of course it's subjective. But so are all our judgments, except possibly in the case of mathematics, where 2 and 2 will make 4, regardless of what anybody thinks about it. However, there is no reason for teachers to avoid the responsibility of judging their pupils' work and progress. This is precisely how promotion is accorded to us in real life outside school. We get promoted in our business or occupation, and our salary increased precisely as we are able to convince our superiors in the hierarchy of our merits. The exception is if we are members of a trade union, in which case our salaries are increased, not necessarily according to our merit, but according to the seriousness of the threats which we are able to menace our employers. There have been attempts by students in some schools to follow this example by threatening the school authorities if they do not give them what they want. This could not happen at Aiglon for the very simple reason: we would rather close the school than abandon our principles. I hope these examples will give you some idea of how we arrive at various practices which we employ at Aiglon. Given our aim of education of the whole man and our belief that the linchpin of this is the development of the spiritual man, we believe that the solution of this problem ultimately rests in the development of the spiritual life of the individual. This can be nourished through many channels. First and foremost come the various world religions, the various denominations of Christian Church, Judaism, Buddhism, Mohammedanism, Hinduism, to name some of the principal ones. Then there is today an increasing number of groups all seeking the spiritual life along independent lines, some owing allegiance to or inspiration from one of the great religions or great masters, others drawing inspiration from the wisdom of ages. Other means for the development of the spiritual man lie in such techniques as contemplation, meditation, prayer, and the growing insights of psychology. Intimate contact with nature, too, is important, and the realization of our living relationship with it, hence our adventure training program. The development of sensitivity to art in all its forms provides a very positive channel for the development of the spirit, through music, painting, sculpture, and all forms of craft. Absolutely essential, too, is a positive and loving relationship with all other people, regardless of their origin, background, or beliefs, and a positive and loving relationship with everything in the world and in the universe around us. This was, after all, essentially the message which Jesus Christ brought to us. At Aiglon we try, imperfectly no doubt, to put these ideas into practice. So the next time you think something we do is stupid and won't help you to pass your exams or get a better job, just stop and remember that the education which we offer develop the whole of you and not just a part, to help you to become truly and intensely alive, to help you to a knowledge of and understanding of that part of you which I call the spiritual part, by attention whose dictates you can attain to much more than success in exams and a good job. That to lasting happiness. John Corlette, July 1973.